Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. This is Presley, and in this video today, I got the Flash shirt on, got the Flash hat on, and that is because we are reviewing Absolute Flash, so let's jump right into it. Now, if you are new to this channel, you may not know that Flash is my favorite character. I have a little statue of him right here, a bunch of Flash books behind me, but yes, Flash has always been my favorite DC character. I love the Scarlet Speedster, and I've been really excited to read this new Absolute universe. Already read Batman, so go ahead and check that video out. It's on the channel. But yes, this is Absolute Flash. I had a lot of high hopes for this book, and I still really did enjoy it. However, there were a couple things in here that weren't up to my taste. Let's start off with the artwork. Now, this is by Nick Robles, and I really dug this artwork. I love the speed effects throughout here. I think they look really interesting. I love Robles' detail work here. I like his landscapes as well. His character design, though, is where I think he excels the most. I think Robles does a great job drawing characters. They look great. They look very distinct from one another. I think their costumes look amazing. Their character designs are unique throughout the series, and they're different from a lot of their normal continuity counterparts like Captain Cold and Glider, Trickster, even Flash himself. Now, when it comes to Flash, even though I prefer Barry Allen, Wally West is the main Flash in this book. He's 15 years old, so they made him a lot younger, and his design is okay. Like, I prefer the other characters' designs, honestly, to the Flash here, because while the artwork itself looks good, I'm not the biggest fan of the pierced ears or, like, the shaved sides for the mullet. I think it's a little bit of an odd choice. I don't think it's bad, but it's not what I think of when I think of Wally West. And then I'm just not a fan of this Flash suit. I know a lot of people have been having mixed opinions about the Flash suit. I'm just going to come out and say it. I don't think the suit looks very good, and I'm not the biggest fan of the logo. I think not having any yellow in the suit is a bit of a weird choice. There's just a little bit of odd stuff going on, and I'm going to put a picture on screen right now. Let me know if you like this suit, because for me, I'm more of a Flash purist. I like the more simple suits for the Flash. Even the Wally West Rebirth one, which is a bit more unique, I like more than this one. But yes, maybe your opinions are different. Let me know in the comments down below. But yes, this book is written by Jeff Lemire, and it involves Wally West, who is in the mountains with his father, Colonel West, and he's running from something, and we don't know what he's running from. And as we go along in the book, we figure out what this is. But basically, he's there because his father's military, and they are working on a new project called Project Olympus. Now, one of the head researchers and developers in this project is Barry Allen. So he is in a completely different role here than we normally see him. I really like that. I love how the Absolute Universe has been taking these characters that we know and are familiar with, but twisting them, making them do different things, come from different places. And I like that. I enjoyed it a lot. I think Barry Allen's influence throughout here was great. I think the contention between Barry Allen and Wally West's father was good as well. They're butting heads constantly. And I was personally on Team Barry Allen. I know a lot of people might be on Team Mr. West. I was on Team Barry Allen. Thought it was great. I love how Thawne in this book is actually a woman. So she's not Eobard Thawne in here. She's her own character. I think that's really interesting. She's like the head of the Project Olympus itself. Not going to spoil anything about what happens with her. But yes, really cool stuff in there. I love how they were working and experimenting on these different people. So we got our first hints at Weather Wizard and Mirror Master. We actually got the Sea Heat Wave throughout here. Captain Cold, Glider, Trickster, and the fourth one, Captain Boomerang, are all on the Rogues. And then we see a couple other here and there. But my favorite addition and like new redesign for these Rogues is Grodd. I think Grodd is really well done in here. I love how he's not a hulking gorilla. He's not a telepath like that. He does have telepathic abilities, but he's much more of a sympathetic character, and he's a small little monkey that ends up befriending Wally West. I think that's great. I love the switch up. I love how he is kind of also traumatized, just like Wally West, and so they bond over that. Great stuff here. Now, overall, that's a lot of the positive stuff I have to say, and I didn't think it was bad. However, one thing that I did not like about this book is the fact that issues 4 and 5 were drawn by somebody else, and I was not a fan of that artwork. If I remember correctly, it was by Al Kaplan. I did not care for the artwork in those 2 issues at all. I thought it looked incomplete. It looked very sauceless. It didn't look very good, and I didn't think it served the story well at all. I much prefer Robles' artwork, and I'm glad he came back for issue 6. I hope he stays on the book for the foreseeable future because I really didn't like the change in direction there. Overall, Jeff Lemire does a great job with the story and with this intrigue. I would have liked to have seen more actual speed stuff from Wally West. A lot of it is him kind of figuring it out, and I like that, and I like the connection that Jeff Lemire put with Wally West and Grodd, as well as him running from the Rogues. I think that stuff is great. I did want to see more feats of speed throughout here, and I hope in Volume 2 we get a lot more of that because Wally West is fast, and the Flash is fast, and I want to see a lot of that, especially since a lot of the speed work throughout here was really cool and really interesting. I'll try to put some panels on screen here to show you what I'm talking about. But yes, instead of just the normal lightning, there's a lot of rectangles, there's a lot of lines and spaces everywhere. I think it's cool. I love the panel layouts in this book. So yes, in Volume 2, I would love to see more speed feats and more superhero-y stuff here now that Wally West is kind of maturing a little bit and he's understanding his powers more. But yes, overall, I really did like this book still. I gave it a 4.5 stars out of 5 because I don't think it was perfect, but I thought it was really good. Let me know in the comments down below if you've read it already. If so, what are your thoughts? What are your opinions? And most importantly, what is your rating? If you haven't read it yet and you love The Flash, give this one a try. I think Absolute Batman is a little bit better, but they're both good, and the rest of the Absolute books are great as well. With that being said, thank you so very much for watching. Please make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys later.